If you're a business owner, coach, consultant, info product seller, and you're not making any money from your organic content on YouTube, then this is the video for you. In this video, I'm going to break down exactly why your YouTube isn't making any money and how to fix this. So first of all, to get into the problem, simply your YouTube channel isn't making money because you're just focused on the wrong things. You're chasing vanity metrics like, views, likes, subscribers, but these don't pay your bills. The only metric that actually matters is qualified leads. So who's actually watching your content and getting them to then book the call. One of our clients that we've just started working with in the financial planning space about 3 months ago, before we started working with them, they were making zero from their content. They were a micro channel, they were growing slowly, and they were focusing on growing those views and subscribers, but their end goal was making money from the content. And ultimately, the way in which they were going, there was no positioning, no clear targeting. They were making zero from the content. And after 90 days of working together, we managed to add 70K of top line revenue from the organic content by making that shift. So just expanding on this, there's 3 clear mistakes that are keeping you broke. So mistake number 1, creating random content. You're posting whatever comes to mind instead of following a clear strategic plan to get your ideal buyers in from, initial attraction to funnel them and nurture them and then convert them with the bottom of funnel. So your ideation process at a high level overview probably looks something like, okay, which video is going to get me the most amount of views? And so this usually entails no consistent theme or positioning, videos that jump across completely unrelated topics to the topic where your expertise is actually in. No clear journey for the viewers to follow. So what do I mean by that? The viewer, for example, if they click on one video which is more top of funnel, so it's more growth focused and more general around a specific topic, they want to then go deeper into that. There's not a middle of funnel video that then further goes into that topic and nurtures them. And then once they've built that trust around you, having watched, hours, a couple hours, an hour, a few hours of your content, they want to then see who else have you helped in similar positions grow from X to Y. And then they don't have any client interviews or case study breakdowns. Then they're a bit scrambled and thinking, okay, shall I buy from this person? So you want to have that clear journey in place. And then they're uploading only when you feel like it. So, there's no consistent schedule. They're not saying, okay, each Monday we're going to push out one long form video and then we're going to push out a couple of shorts from that long form video to funnel people back into long form content. There's no clear strategy around that scheduling, and that usually just leads to people just posting on random days whenever they feel like it, and there's no consistency there. So the clear problem from all of this is that you simply confuse the platform and your audience. You attract the wrong viewers who will never become clients, and YouTube keeps recommending your content to more people just like them. Mistake number 2, and this ties into mistake number 1 pretty well, so it's been an expansion on this, but you're chasing vanity metrics. You're prioritizing views over value, trying to go viral instead of building real authority. You could follow a viral trend and take in probably 500,000 views, maybe more, maybe a bit less, and you think, wow, that's a lot of people looking at my content. But I can guarantee you, if that's not related to your particular niche and that's not educational in a sense where you're providing value to your ideal buyers, you're going to make zero from that content. Obviously you can make AdSense, whatever, but if we're talking about proper high ticket money from your back end offers, you're not going to make that money if you're just targeting the masses, right? So again, just hitting on this, creating trending content and related to your expertise, celebrating viral wins that don't convert, and focusing on subscriber count, not subscriber quality, making broad videos with no buyer intent. The problem, your videos might perform well on the surface, but you're talking to the wrong audience. You can get 100,000 views. So what I was saying before, you can get those 100,000 views and still make $0, or even get 500 views and close at least, 5K plus client. So the difference there is massive, and that's all in the targeting and the delivery and the intentionality when it comes to creating this content. Mistake number 3, like gatekeeping, right? So holding back your best insights. A lot of people think, okay, I don't want to give away all the source here because, this is X plus years of knowledge that I've accumulated, and why should I give this away for free? The key thing to think about here is that if you're giving away all that value for free, that is the number 1 way to build trust. So you're holding back, offering surface level advice, saving your best content for paying clients, keeping videos short and vague, avoiding real systems, methods, or step-by-step detail. And the problem, if prospects can't see the depth of your expertise, they will not pay for it. You're not proving you can solve particular problems better than anyone else, right? And the added benefit of this is that if the prospects see, okay, this is more complex than what I thought it would be, how do I possibly implement this myself? That then makes your offer so much more attractive to them. And this is really what happens, when you really delve into deep level expertise that you have and that you don't hold anything back. One of our clients created this cold calling masterclass video, which was 30 minutes long, and these are results that they got. You know, it was a massive outlier video. It brought in shit tons of revenue. They even launched a new program off the back of this video, and that's the effect that happens when you really don't hold back. So now to get into the actual, you know, step-by-step strategy. This is the exact system that we use to help one of our clients, you know, go from 0 to 70k in top line revenue in 90 days. So step number 1, nail your authority positioning. Stop being a creator who talks about a particular topic well, and start becoming the go-to expert for that specific outcome. So here we've got the exact sort of positioning that you can use. I'm the expert who helps a specific person get specific results. So that's very simple. That's a framework that you need to establish that authority. And there's some examples here. So I help financial advisors generate 5 to 10 new qualified leads a month through YouTube. I help e-commerce brands turn email into a 6-figure revenue stream. I help agency owners build scalable back-end systems that stop client churn. So these are sort of like the authority positioning points that you can use and sort of framework that you can really leverage to make sure that people see you as that go-to expert. So just a general tip here: confused people don't buy. Pick one outcome and own it. Step 2, create your authority content map. So you really need to like hammer home on the exact pain points that your buyer has and cover each pain point properly and break them down. So this is not just random ideas you're plucking out of thin air. This is actual pain points that your buyer would want to see addressed. So start with 10 core topics your ideal clients care about. For example, if we were looking at a financial planner, start with 10 core topics your ideal clients care about. For example, a financial planner. We've got examples here. So we've got 10 core topics here: retirement tax planning, how to avoid Medicare IRMA, rollover strategies for 401ks, estate tax minimization, charitable giving strategies. Sorry, the numbering's off, but this just gives you the picture on the sort of like pain points that we want to map out, break down. And then from that, we can then create 10 videos around each pain point. So this is where SEO really comes into play. So if we're breaking down those pain points even more, you become even more niche in those topics. People search for that. You will become that higher ranking person essentially in the search feed when it comes to these videos. This builds trust, search authority, and makes it clear you're the expert they've been looking for. Step 3, give away the gold. So don't hold back. Show them exactly how you solve their problem before they ever pay you. Why giving value works. Well, people who watch hours of your content are highly qualified. It builds massive trust. You prove your value up front. And one key thing, it eliminates those key objections that a lot of people get before the sales call. These are a couple of videos that we've done with clients where we just really haven't held back. And you can see the results here. They're clearly outlier videos. And this is a Slack screenshot basically showing that we do get leads from these videos. So step 4, use the 2 video formula. So there are only 2 types of videos that you really need to scale, and this is very, very clear. When I say 2 types of videos, you could almost separate this first bucket into 2. They both fall hand in hand in terms of format. So we've got action-based videos and education videos. So this is where you're teaching your method, you're solving specific problems that your client is Googling or YouTubing right now. And then secondly, we've got case study videos. So these are either case study breakdowns or client interviews where you're walking through how you helped real clients get X results and why essentially your system works. So we typically use this isn't exact, but we use like a 70-30 ratio with authority building videos as the foundation. So they comprise 70% of the YouTube strategy, and then case studies and client interviews as 30%. Reason being is that we want people and we want eyeballs on the channel, and obviously action-based videos and educational videos are the best way to do that. But then we want to have a clear path in place to convert those viewers, and that's where the 30% with the case study breakdowns and client interviews really does that. And then step 5, upgrade your CTA. I know it's simple, but it really makes a massive difference. You know, forget like and subscribe, instead use strategic CTAs that turn viewers into qualified leads. Obviously you can have a strategic CTA and then like a softer CTA like and subscribe, but the main focus really does need to be on that CTA that will drive you revenue. So for example, one example of an authority CTA, this could be improved to be fair, but something would be like, want help implementing this exact system in your business? Click below to apply for a one-to-one strategy call. Case study CTA would be, if you want similar results, click the link and book a call to see if we're a good fit. So again, you know, not perfect CTAs, but hopefully this, if you're using, you know, generic CTAs like and subscribe, or if you're using a CTA where there's no clear revenue or potential revenue attached to that, then this is the way to sort of reframe that. So that's the 5-step plan that you can implement in your content strategy at the moment to really get you that revenue organically through the YouTube content. And if you're looking for a team to work with who can take this completely off your hands, do it completely done for you, and start generating you money and leads and sales through the content, then click the first link in the description below or the pinned comments and we can have a chat. But aside from that, hope everyone is all well and good, and I look forward to seeing you in the next one. Thank you.